Well, hello there. Welcome to the Obi Thorn Alliance. I'm Jacob.
I'm Luke.
And in today's video, we are doing first impressions of Dexter on Paramount Plus at the moment. Like and subscribe, smash the like button, hit the notification bell to be notified of the next coming video. So I'm someone that has finished the show from season 1 to finish 7. Haven't watched the New Blood limited series, and this is Luke's first impression of episode 1 to 2. So what's your thoughts?
I'm enjoying it. From a show that I've been told by multiple people to watch, I finally took the leap and got into it. It starts off at a good pace. I wouldn't say it's action-packed.
No.
But it gives you a good insight. I really want to know more about the main character. It does a good job for the first 2 episodes. My only criticism is I just think the episodes are maybe just a fraction long. Like there's just a bit of fluff or things that could be edited out, or maybe they need more episodes of a shorter length. I just found that the first 2 episodes so far have kind of been like, oh, that was good, it's finished, and then it then has another 10 minutes. I just feel like it's just dragged on a bit more.
Well, we get that dialogue, yeah.
Yeah, but I like the concept, you know, a serial killer that, I don't know, has the nature, like a nature in him that he wants to kill people, but then he kind of harnesses that energy by taking out like evil people that the police don't find, or they get off on their conviction. So he basically believes that he's the judge, jury, and executioner in their life, that he can decide who's good and who's bad, and who should live and who shouldn't. I'm a bit suspect of how he's gotten away with it for so long, and I'm sure throughout the season and the series he will be playing like a cat and mouse with the police, and we'll find out why. The fact that he works in like blood splatter for the Miami police is kind of cool. He also is obviously creepy and says some weird shit that makes you wonder how he's not a suspect, but I guess they're not, up to what I've seen so far, they're not coming across any of the people that he's murdered. So I guess if they don't know the person's dead, or they don't have any body to go off, they don't have any reason to suspect anyone yet. So I guess that's what keeps him going. But I think it's great so far. You've seen it all, except for the New Blood series. And I guess I'm assuming if there's a whole nother series, he possibly gets away with all his crimes. What do you think overall as a series? Like, should I continue with it?
Yeah, season 1 is definitely a hands down solid season. Like, when I think of season 1s of a show, I know you say you love your season 1. It smashes all the other season 1s. It's a solid season. You could argue that it plateaus a little bit, but I think it's a solid show. It's not perfect, but overall, I just think Dexter's a masterpiece. And a lot of people argue that the ending wasn't good, but that means they couldn't make the limited series. So I would definitely say you should continue the journey and at least see how you like season 1, and if you want to continue after season 1 at least.
Yeah. Without giving away, do you think that what do they do to keep this storyline going? Like, at the moment, he's kind of hunting and playing a cat and mouse with another serial killer. Is that something that continues to happen through the show? He's playing cat and mouse with other serial killers?
Mm-hmm.
And somehow these other serial killers know that he's a killer?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they keep targeting him? It's interesting. This is probably wrong, but my first thought was, is he the serial killer and he doesn't realise it? Is he also committing these other crimes, but he's like mentally messed up and doesn't realise that he's doing it, so he's actually playing cat and mouse with himself. But yeah, with that drag on for that many seasons, I don't know. But my first impressions is they're quite good. There's no characters that really stand out that I love. Like obviously the main character's the most interesting. You mentioned to me that you don't like the sister.
No.
There's nothing for me to dislike about her so far. But maybe she does something that's annoying. The police officer, the one,
Sergeant
yeah, he's somewhat annoying so far, but I'll see where that goes. But first impressions is, it's going well.
Do you like the intro when he like slices up the bread and we like see the intro?
Well, the first episode didn't have it, and then the second episode did, and I thought, this is a bit different. I'll probably watch it one more time and then skip it from here on. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an intro that I'll watch every time like Peacemakers.
Have you seen the trophy room that he has yet?
I've seen where he keeps his little blood splatters from each person.
You've seen that?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like a trophy room as such, but yeah, he hides in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's an indication of how many people he's killed. It's kind of silly. It's like he's setting himself up to be caught. Like it kind of like it's complete evidence that he committed the crimes. But yeah, for a first impressions of 2 episodes, I think it's good. I think I will continue watching it based on your recommendation. I think it's just going to be a very slow watch. There's a lot of episodes and a lot of seasons, so I'll keep grinding my way through it.
Do you like how they showed the flashbacks of how he was brought up with his adopted father being in the police force?
Yeah, I'm not saying the flashbacks are special, but they give context. They're required, but they're not the standout of the show. No. They're just something that needs to be there. Yeah, they're fine.
So, first impressions, what would be your guess of where the storyline is gonna go through with just season 1? I won't get you to guess for the other 6 seasons, just season 1.
Season 1, I assume he'll be heavily involved in catching this killer, but he'll use his sister as the one to do it, so she comes out looking like the hero. He might slip up at some point, and then they'll come a bit suspicious of this other serial killer who happens to be himself, and then that'll probably be like a cliffhanger that will lead to the next season. I think moving forward, I believe the sister is unaware of what he's doing, so she might in some way start investigating the killer that happens to be her own brother. Like, I think it's going to be maybe similar to like Walter White and Hank. How Hank is investigating Walter, so then Walter eventually has to like kill him. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I definitely like where you're heading. It definitely sounds like an interesting storyline. I won't give away if you're right or wrong because you got to find out.
Yeah, but I will continue to watch it. As I said, just going to be a slow watch. I think maybe an episode or 2 a week. But I'll get through it. Get my money's worth on Paramount Plus.
Do you have any questions for me that someone that has finished it that you want more information or?
Not really. I don't want to be risk spoilers, or I don't want you to have to try and work around to answer the question without giving it away. So I'm happy with just finding out for myself. But it's as I said, first impressions are good. So I think I need to get to watching it and finding out what's going on. Then maybe we could do a review of the seasons as I work through them.
Yeah. Do you like the location of where he lives and where the crimes happen and things like that?
I think Miami's cool. I think Miami doesn't get a lot of airtime in shows except for maybe like CSI Miami.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's not usually the go-to place for movies or shows. They're usually Los Angeles, Chicago, New York City, Las Vegas. So it was cool to see a different location. It's very much a cultural melting pot in Miami obviously attracts a lot of people from like a Hispanic backgrounds, I guess probably because of the heat and the beach lifestyle. So the show definitely emphasizes on that. Most intrigued with the relationship, where it's going to go with the girlfriend and her kids. The fact that he doesn't seem to, he likes having her around, but he doesn't have a sexual interest in her, and she also, through her past, has issues around that as well. So I do want to see where that goes. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. One thing I want to find out about this show.
Are you glad that you decided to make the plunge into the show? Do you think if you didn't know about the show, would you mess it, or I guess you wouldn't know?
No, but I'm glad I've done it. 2 episodes in, it seems good. I guess you can re-ask this question after the first season and see if I still feel the same.
Knowing how the first season is, I think you'll definitely be hooked.
Yeah.
The first season, a lot of people say it's like a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
It's like the best season, yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to finding out.
Yeah. Well, thank you for helping, Luke. Hope you enjoyed our first impressions of Dexter Season 1. See you when Luke has eventually finished Season 1 for the full review. Like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Let the force be with you. Bye-bye.